What are you looking at, yaar? For what have we joined gym and yoga? Let us eat today and then tomorrow we'll burn all our calories. An absolute no to this. Any kind of exercise, gymming, yoga, strength training doesn't give you any kind of liberty to stuff in any kind of food which is unhealthy or junk in your body at any point of time. Alright, so make sure you are accompanying your exercise with a proper, nutritious and healthy food. That's very, very important. Alright, and once in a while, if you feel like eating, you can definitely have cheat meals. That's absolutely allowed. Do you know this is 392 calories approximately? That means it is almost 400 calories, which is like 1/3 of my calorie consumption, which I'm supposed to do in my weight loss planner. No ways, can't compromise on my diet. Do not bifurcate your food in terms of calories, vitamin A, B, C, D, B12, etc., etc., etc. Treat food like food. Whatever is in your plate, just enjoy it, eat it, be thankful to God, pray to God and start eating food. Be mindful while eating. That's the most important thing. Don't look at me like this. I'm on a strict diet. There's a new diet plan which has come. I'm just trying to follow that. Cannot eat anything but veggies. Don't fall for fad diets. You need to go very, very consistent. Whatever has been given to you or passed on to you by your grandparents or your parents, it's always better to have that and follow that kind of a diet. Like in India, dal, chawal, roti, sabzi is something which we have regularly in our afternoon meals and something light in our dinner. So make sure you are also following that kind of a pattern instead of a fad diet. And the most important thing is eat guilt-free. Alright, talking more about nutrition and food is not the part of this video. We will definitely make a specific video on this and we will call someone who is expert on this. For now, we will keep it this much. Make sure you're following all these 3 rules along with the 20-minute yoga flow you're doing regularly. Let's go ahead with the yoga flow. Namaste everyone. Let's sit in a comfortable position. Today I will be sitting in Vajrasana, and if you can, try sitting in Vajrasana. All those who are having knee issues or knee problems, they should avoid sitting in Padmasana or Vajrasana. You can simply take Siddhasana, that is, you can simply sit in this kind of a position, alright, or in Siddhasana, whatever suits you the best. But today we'll be sitting in Vajrasana, so spread your legs and slowly bend your left leg from the knee, roll over your left calf and bend your right leg from the knee, roll over it and slowly sit down in Vajrasana. Make sure your tip of the toe is touching each other in Vajrasana and heels are outward, so that you create a good gap in which you can place your butts properly. Okay, so whenever you take Vajrasana, we will be taking Lopa Mudra instead of Gyan Mudra, which we generally take. Today we will be taking Lopa Mudra. So, place your right palm over the left palm and lock your left thumb with the right one. Alright, just place it on your Vajrasana. Be comfortable. In between the prayer and Omkar, if you feel that you are not very comfortable sitting in Vajrasana or you just want to leave Vajrasana, you can do that. It's absolutely fine. Let's get started. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your shoulders and buttocks relaxed. Spine straight with a beautiful smile on our faces. Let's start with a prayer. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parah Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's do Omkar 3 times, elongating Akar, Okar and Makar. Let's take a deep breath in. Feel the vibrations of Omkar within and surrounding your body. We will do palming with both our palms. Give a good friction to your palms. Whatever warmth and energy is produced, give it to your eyes. Spread it down on your face, your head, neck, chest, abdomen, upper back, lower back, buttocks and full legs, shoulders and full hands, and slowly open your eyes. Namaste everyone. Get onto your mats and keep your feet apart. Place your palms on your waist. We will start with neck movement, left to right. Turn your face on the left side and on your right side in such a way that your chin becomes parallel to the shoulder. If you take it on the left side, it becomes parallel to the left shoulder, and on the right side, it becomes parallel to the right shoulder. We will keep on breathing normally and repeat this for 5 times along with me. Now we'll go for making semicircles from left to right, or should say half circles from left to right, and then right to left. Once again, left to right and then right to left. Keep on making half circles. We will repeat this 5 times on each side. Make sure you're breathing normally. That's very, very important. Keep on watching your breath while doing this movement along with me. Now once we are done with this, we will now go ahead with the shoulder movement. So rotate your right shoulder from front to back and then left shoulder from front to back. We will keep on repeating this 5 times on each side. Now back to front. So you are supposed to do the reverse movement of the shoulder on each side for 5 times. These kind of typical movements, make sure you're inhaling and exhaling normally. Now, start rotating your hands from back to front. This is actually giving a good shoulder movement also, or shoulder rotation also. And then you are supposed to do the same on the reverse side. Now, take your right palm up and try pressing it closer to the left shoulder with the help of your left hand. Hold it there, feel the stretch. On the other side, we will repeat in the similar manner. Try feeling the intense shoulder stretch. Alright. Now, you are supposed to do this is a hug yourself kind of a movement. So you are supposed to hug yourself. It's a very beautiful and easy movement. So spread your hands and hug yourself. Spread your hands and hug yourself. Every single day you deserve a beautiful hug for your own self. So yes, self-hugs are important. Let's remind ourselves that we are doing a very beautiful job. Keep on hugging yourself. Always love yourself. Be proud of yourself. Alright, now that's it. Place your palms on your shoulders and you are supposed to take your right shoulder up, making semicircles, and the left shoulder's back. So one is front and the other one is back. It seems to be like a ghumar kind of a movement or garba kind of a movement, but yes, this is how you're supposed to do it. Keep on doing this. We will repeat this for 5 times. Now once done, we will just try to give some movement to the spine left to right. So you are supposed to, as if you are stretching a TheraBelt from the right side up and then taking it down. So you're supposed to do this kind of a movement side by side, giving a good side stretch to your spine. Your lower body remains stable, but your upper body keeps on moving from side to side. just for the sake of going or bending yourself further, don't try to bring your upper body or tilt your upper body forward. Just go as per your capability. Slowly and gradually you will definitely increase the flexibility. Now we are going on the spot toe walk. Okay, so you are supposed to take your heel up and then the other heel up. It's a very interesting movement. You can also move your hands along with it. So this is how it will actually look. I'll also show you how it looks from the side. Keep on doing it along with me. I hope you're enjoying these minor movements. Now from the side it looks something like this, as if you're jogging, but you're not actually jogging. This is just kind of on the spot toe walk. Yes. Keep on breathing normally and keep on walking, keep on walking. Yes, 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 yes. And relax. Now, placing your palms on the waist again, we will go for hip rotation, making circles from inside out with both the legs. Repeat it 5 times on each side. If you feel balance is an issue, take support of the wall, it's absolutely fine. Or stick your back to the wall and keep on repeating this movement. Now we'll go reverse, that is outside in on both the sides. It's a little tricky and balance actually goes, as you saw, I was even not too stable. So just take a good wall support and then do it. That's perfect. Now spread your feet wide apart. Comfortable, okay? It shouldn't be too much distance that you would not be able to manage. Take Sepana Mudra as shown over here. Take it up and turn your upper body on the left side, and from left to right we will make a circle and go back to the position. And from right to left we'll make a circle and go back to a position. It's kind of a pendulum. So keep on doing this. We will do this 5 times on each side, giving a good movement to our lower back and our lumbar spine. If anybody is having the problem of vertigo, make sure you are avoiding this movement. It is not at all made for you. In that case, you can definitely take a benefit of relaxing. Perfect. Keep on moving yourself and relax. Now, keeping your feet wide apart, take your hands up, inhale, exhale, place your palms in front, in center and in back, on the back side, and take it up again. Now, I'm not feeling comfortable with this distance. I'm keeping it wide apart and I'm repeating this movement. Alright, from the side it looks something like this: front, center, back, inhale, up. Once again, exhale, front, center, back, inhale, up. Again, exhale, front, center, back, inhale, up. Again, exhale, front, center, back and inhale, up. That's perfect. We'll repeat it one more time and then relax. Now try taking your feet wide apart as per your ability and your flexibility. Okay, so it's not necessary that they may go as wide as mine are, and there are chances that you may be able to do complete middle split also. So it's absolutely fine. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Stay there. I'm just trying to take my elbow support and hold it over there, feeling an intense stretch. But if you are not even halfway through, it's absolutely fine. Stay wherever you are, okay? It's fine. Stay there, stay there, stay there for a few more breaths. We're really doing well. Slowly up. Now, if you're only able to go at this point, then place your palms down and just stay there. Important is to hold that posture. Now we'll go for butt kicks, just relaxing our legs a little bit. Keep on kicking your butt with the heel, one by one, and just relax yourself. So now once you are done with this movement, we will go for standing Pavan Muktasan kind of a movement. So interlock your fingers, bring your left knee closer to the chest and the right knee closer to the chest. Keep on repeating it for 10 times. It's fine if your knee doesn't go as close as mine is going. Again, just do as per your ability. And if you feel that
you're not able to balance in this position, then go take the wall support, touch your back completely, touch your body completely on the wall, and then do the same. We are doing it for 10 times. Keep on doing it along with me. Yes, going good, going good. Really proud of all of you. You've managed halfway through. Now get onto the end part of the mat. Place your palms down. If you feel that you're not able to touch the palms down, soften your knees a bit and go to Phalakasana. Place your knees down, flatten your feet, go for half plank and up. Once again, walk back and up. Exhale down, Urdhva Uttanasana. Slowly bending your knees, just go walk and go to Phalakasana. Once again, place your knees down, flatten your feet and go for half plank. Slowly once again walk, go to Ardha Uttanasana. Walk with your palms, go to Phalakasana, place your knees down, flatten your feet, go halfway through for your push-up or half push-up, okay? Sure. Now from there, once again, get back. Walk, go to Phalakasana, place your knees down, flatten your feet and go for a half push-up. Once again up, curl your toes up, walk back, go for Ardha Uttanasana. This time walk and go to Phalakasana. And then walk forward with your feet and get back to Uttanasana over there. Now slowly take your butt behind as if somebody has given you a chair. Okay, you're sitting on a chair, artificial chair which is not visible. Take your hands up and stay here in Uttanasana chair pose. Hold it over here for a few breaths. Now, once again go to Padhastasana. Now, once again Utkatasana, and we will go for a good intense twist, trying to take our elbow in front of the opposite knee. Stay over here, and if you feel comfortable, then you can leave Namaskar Mudra and spread your hands up and down. Now we will do it on the other side also. We will try to take Namaskar Mudra first, and then if you feel that the stretch is good enough, you are flexible enough to go for, you can just raise your hand up and down as shown in the video. Slowly place your palms down, get back to plank pose, and then we will now go for elbow plank. Okay, so now elbow plank, placing your palms and your elbows down, staying here, engaging your core, avoiding lordosis. Just stay here and keep on breathing normally. Holding this position is increasing your core strength, your arm strength, your shoulder strength. Now we will go for lower body, side, just moving our lower body from side to side. Okay, so keep on twisting, turning on the left and your right side. Keep on doing this. That's perfect. Now just walk with your hands, go to Vajrasana and shaky. That is, shake your hands till you shake your palms till you are relaxed. We used our palms a lot today, so they need a good relaxation. Now, go on your knees, curl up your toes, and we'll go for Ushtrasana variation. Okay, so now just give a good bend to your back as per your flexibility. Hold your left heel with the left palm and slowly raise up your right hand. And we will keep on changing the sides, okay? Yes, keep on changing it. Once again, sit down and again up. Once again, sit down and again up. I'm sure a lot of you might be facing the issue of not even being able to touch your other hand on the heel. In that case, you can definitely just hold this position by just placing your palms on your butts and stay there. That is Ardha Ushtrasana. Perfect. Once you're done with this, we will again go to Marjariyasana. Just take a few breaths there. And then we will go for Chatushkonasana. Take your right foot up, straight up, one-legged downward dog, and then taking it forward for Rajkapotasana. Try making your knee and heel parallel, and then slowly try shifting your left knee back till your thigh completely touches the floor. Now if you are a beginner, you can definitely bend your knee a little, bring your knee a little in the center, and try placing your thighs down on the floor, and try going forward. Upper body, take your upper body forward and just relax over there. You'll feel an amazing stretch on the opposite hip. Stay there, feel a stretch, feel a beautiful stretch, and keep on breathing. Once again, get back to Chatushkonasana, curl your toes up. This time, lift up your left foot and bring it forward. Once again, take the position and push your left hip down in such a way that your back leg is also completely touching the floor. And if your hip is not touching the floor, that is also fine. You can like this go halfway through and stay there and keep on breathing. And if you then feel comfortable, only go down completely, touching your elbows, your palms completely on the floor. So it's fine if you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate level, whatever level you are, you can definitely go for modifications, but don't do the asana wrongly. And then slowly down in the prone position. Now place your palms down on the mat like this, the way it is shown in the video. Place your chin down and slowly raise up your left foot. Up, left leg up, and then you will start pulsing it up and down. We are doing Ekpad Shalabhasan, but we are pulsing it up and down, okay? Giving some dynamic movements. We will then hold it over here for 10 counts. Try going as high as possible, and then we will repeat the same on the other side. So this time take your right foot up and keep on pulsing it up and down for 10 times. Breathe normally. Staying up there for 10 breaths. Feeling the stretch, feeling the strength in your thighs, and relax. Alright, from there again go for Chatushkonasana. Either jump or walk to garland pose or Mallasana. Roll to Pavan Muktasana, rolling. This is a very fun type of a rolling. It also gives a natural massage to your back. So just simply roll back without any, anything in your mind. Just roll back and with the same intensity get forward. Pavan Muktasana rolling. It's a very nice rolling. It's my favorite actually. Keep on rolling back in front. If one or two times if you feel that you go back and you're not able to get up, try going back with a little more intensity and then up. But don't give yourself a jerk. Okay, now relax. Go to the supine position. Supine position. Now, raise your right hand up. Slowly raise your left foot up. Try touching your left foot with your right palm and try lifting up your head. Now all those who are having cervical issues, they will not lift up their head, otherwise the movement goes the same. Try touching it and back down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. This gives a good activation to your core and crunch to your abs. Now on the other side, we will repeat it in a similar manner. 1 and down. Again, 2, down. 3, down. 4, down. 5, down. 6, down. 7, down. 8, exhale, down, inhale. 9, exhale, down, inhale. 10, exhale, down and inhale. Whoa, perfect. Take your right knee up. Bend your right leg from the knee. Slowly Hold your right knee from the up with your left hand and push it down a little bit. Give a good twist. You can also look on your opposite side. That will make the stretch a little more intense. It's fine if your knee is not touching the floor, as mine also isn't touching the floor. So it's fine, it's completely fine. Just feel the stretch and stay there and relax yourself. Keep on breathing normally. Just try not being very precise. It's just a cool down stretch. We will repeat the same on the other side, looking on the opposite side. Just feel the stretch in your back. Keep on breathing, relax. And leave the position. Now slowly bring your heels closer to the butts. Comfortably place your left palm on the shoulder, left palm on the chest, right palm on the abdomen. Just take a few relaxing breaths in and out normally, focusing on the breath. Just stay there. Calm yourself down. Calm your breath down. Calm your body down. Feel the serenity and peace. Relax each and every part of your body. And whenever you feel comfortable, just turn on your left or right side. Slowly taking support of the hand, sit in Sukhasana or Noasana. Slowly rub your palms properly. Whatever warmth and energy is produced, place it on your eyes. Slide your hands down. And that's it. Thank you so much.